Gotta change the hat.
Yeah, get a hat.
It's too far, man.
Are you gonna throw a pen behind you again? Have it land on your bed like old time's sakes?
No, I don't have a pen right here.
Just do a pencil.
I don't use pencils. I use pens.
Well, then just throw something after this episode ends.
I don't really have anything that's throwable that wouldn't mess up said item or my bed.
You can throw paper.
It's too much work right now. Are we recording? Yeah, we're recording. All right, let's get this going. I'll do the intro.
Since I did the first one.
Welcome back to the Perfect Season podcast. This is a super amazing podcast that has absolutely everything to do with all things sports related, and absolutely nothing to do with milk and cookies. My name is Alex. We are joined today with Antonio, like always. And
Rip
today
to milk and cookies.
Yeah, no. Rest in peace, milk and cookies. We're gonna get into our week 2 preseason, just analysis. What's going on? Let me start things off very, very fresh. I'm going to correct myself from something that I said last week that I am now regretting that I said. The Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback race. I gotta flip my guy. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be Mitchell Trubisky anymore. I think the right pick for going on forward is gonna be Kenny Pickett.
I was about to say.
Kenny Pickett has been that guy. I get it, preseason. Yes, 2 weeks of football, but here's my thing. Have you seen that guy play? It's a spark. It's like watching.
I was working the last preseason when all the preseasons game were, so I didn't really pay attention.
Yeah, I didn't watch any of them either, so it's okay. But here's
I did know the Bucs lost, sadly.
Yes, they did. They lost to the Titans.
Sad. We always struggle against the Titans, which is weird.
It's weird. Well, it's Vrabel, so Mike Vrabel's tricky like that. So, yeah, Kenny Pickett. I think honestly, Kenny Pickett.
What do you say? Pickett, Rudolph, Trubisky?
No, I still think Trubisky's probably going to start out for the first couple of games, but I wouldn't be surprised if Kenny Pickett finishes out the season.
I'll give you my fair 2 cents of Trubisky. Trubisky's one of those quarterbacks where the Bears took Trubisky over Mahomes.
Yeah, now, I mean, it's the same thing.
I can say this:
the Eagles got Raker over Jefferson.
Here's a hypothetical. If the Bears took if the Bears took Mahomes, would you say the Bears are a good team?
No, because they had Matt Nagy as their quarterback, and they threw Mitchell Trubisky.
Matt Nagy as their quarterback?
I mean, as their head coach. And they threw Trubisky in there without really anything. Mahomes, they let him sit for an entire year before he started. I'm not saying...
the Bears were a quarterback that they needed a quarterback.
Yes, and I completely agree, and that's what they did. But here's my thing. Matt Nagy fell out of love with Trubisky. He didn't even want Trubisky in the beginning. That was, what's his name, Howie Long or something like that, the old GM.
Yeah.
He wanted Trubisky. Matt Nagy was very vocal that his disliking.
Where did Trubisky go to college? UNC?
Yeah, UNC, University of North Carolina. Ooh, that was a tough one. I thought about that in a minute.
I was thinking he won at Duke, but I was getting him mixed up with Daniel Jones.
Daniel Jones was Duke, yeah.
Now, Daniel Jones, let me tell you, is a positive.
Daniel Jones should not start, let alone be on an NFL team right now.
Tyrod Taylor's taking that starting position.
He better. Tyrod Taylor has earned that position as of right now.
I mean, the Panthers named Baker Mayfield their starter.
Which is perfect. I think Baker Mayfield should be the starter.
I mean, yes, I agree with you on that. But I think by week 6, Sam Darnold's going to start.
No. I don't think Sam Darnold was ever going to see the field again as a starter.
Panthers are going to go 2-14.
There's 2 things wrong with that statement. One, there's 17 games, so they'd be going either 2-15 or 3-14. And no, I think the Panthers are going to be closer to 500. I would not be surprised if they go anywhere from 6-11 to 8-9.
Yeah. Maybe 4-12 or 4-13.
How nice of you.
It's the Panthers. It's the Panthers for crying out loud.
Well,
that division owned by Tampa. then sadly the Saints, then the Falcons, who are mediocre at best.
You can make a claim for Panthers and Falcons. I think it can be interchangeable.
No, but that whole division, hopefully Tampa takes it. Yeah, we're struggling with
You better
offensive
hope
line.
Tampa takes that division.
We will.
Mm,
Yeah, our offensive line's banged up right now,
very much so.
but I think Luke Gadecki, he's going to be our starting left guard. Gadecki's the starting left guard.
Okay.
And you still got, I don't even know who the freaking Robert Hainsey out for the year because torn ACL. Ryan Jensen won't be back till December. So struggling there.
It's a big portion of your offensive line that's just gone.
I mean, Tristan Wirfs will be back for week 1.
Yeah,
Had an oblique strain, but I think he'll play through the injury.
he'll be fine.
Yeah, he'll be fine. But honestly, though, Tuesday's the last day of cuts. So I have a feeling you're going to see someone be picked up. Tampa's going to pick some pieces up. There's going to be some surprise cuts.
Well, given
Cyril Grayson just got cut.
I don't know who that is.
Former Bucks wide receiver.
Former.
Well, and then the injury I was telling you about from the Cowboys player.
Yeah.
It was Tyrone Smith.
Tyron Smith got injured.
He will be out till December.
Oh, that's a pretty big one.
So, and then you got the Cowboys starting a left guard, rookie offensive lineman, and week 1 you have Joe Tryon-Shoyinka and Vita Vey and Shaq Barrett going up against a rookie. Who are you taking in that matchup?
Well, obviously, the Bucks defensive line. The Bucks front seven is still arguably one of the best ones in the league, and I'll stand by.
I would arguably say so too.
Here's my thing. Tyron Smith. I didn't know that was the injury.
It came out this morning.
I know when you said that there was an injury, I didn't think it was Tyron Smith, but that's a pretty big one. Now they only have Zach Martin left on that team. They lost Connor Williams to the Miami Dolphins. They lost Cedric Wilson to the Miami Dolphins.
So we're talking about Dallas now.
It's just a quick segment. Just a quick
All
segment.
Right. Dallas is going to struggle.
No,
and
they won't.
Who are their receivers?
Who are their receivers? Okay, they have CeeDee Lamb.
Other besides CeeDee.
Michael Gallup. They still have Dalton Schultz. They still have Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard with Dak Prescott.
Dak's a bust.
How is Dak a bust?
He's just unproven, in my opinion.
Dak is unproven?
In my opinion.
Anthony.
Fine. Do you want me to say one-hit wonders?
No, one-hit wonder. Anthony, they went 12-4, made the playoffs in 2016 with Ezekiel Elliott and Dak Prescott. They just went to the playoffs this past season and lost.
They still can't win. They only win one playoff game.
Okay, but that's besides the point. They still make the playoffs.
Still, but I still see them. They're gonna struggle.
Dak Prescott went down with a nasty ankle lower leg injury in week 5 of 2020. Comes back, barely being able to do anything with it. Almost beats the Bucks in week 1 last season and had enough wins to win the division, win a playoff spot.
Okay, I'll arguably say Philly takes that division.
Oh my God.
Philly's going to take that division.
No, they won't. Philly won't take that division.
Philly's going to take the division.
No, they won't.
I will put money on it.
I'm not putting money on it. I'm
because Philly's going to take the division.
No, I really don't.
It's going to go Philly, Dallas, Giants, Washington.
No, I completely disagree with you. It's going to be Cowboys.
What are you saying?
It's going to be Dallas, Philly, Washington, the Giants.
No.
Yeah.
The Giants are a 5-4 win team at best.
Name me one person on the Giants offense that isn't Kenny Galladay or Saquon Barkley.
Daniel Jones, Tyrod Taylor.
Oh my God. Okay. Besides a quarterback, Anthony.
Hold.
Don't look it up. Don't look it up.
What do you mean don't look it up?
Okay, I can answer 2 of those for you right now. Kadarius Toney.
You just said someone who's on their offense that's not Kadarius Toney, Kenny Galladay.
No, Anthony. I said that's not Kenny Galladay or Saquon Barkley. I was using Kadarius Toney as an example. Not saying don't. If I said, name somebody on the offense, but don't pick these hyper-specific players, rather than that
Wan'Dale Robinson.
Who?
Rookie. Sterling Shepard.
Well, I forgot about Sterling Shepard. But
Darius Slayton.
Darius Slayton might get cut.
Uh,
But here's my thing.
I would say Darius Slayton to Tampa, but Tampa stacked at wide receiver.
They don't need another wide receiver. Here's my
We
thing.
don't need a wide
okay?
receiver.
No,
but I do see.
Here is my thing about the NFC East. Okay.
It's going to be Philly.
No,
Philly takes the division.
No, it won't be Philly.
You have Jalen Hurts, AJ Brown, and Devontae Smith.
Okay.
Boston Scott at running back.
What? That's not even the starter. You didn't even name the starter.
Who's the starter?
Miles Sanders.
Okay, them two tandem together. They're still a good offense.
And you forgot about Dallas Goedert.
I'm just saying. I think Philly takes the division.
Philly is a good team. I'm not arguing with you that on. Do I think Philly makes the playoffs? Maybe as the 7th seed like they did last year.
And then they lost to Tampa in the first round.
Exactly. Here's my thing about Philly. Here's my thing about Philly. They have 4 wins. They have 4 guaranteed wins with the Giants and Washington. The Cowboys are better than the Eagles. Here, let me pull a U. Jalen Hurts is unproven.
Ooh, Jalen Hurts is unproven. Because he's always hurt.
I don't think he's unproven. I think Jalen Hurts has proved his worth. I'm just making fun of you.
Yeah, no. A lot of people do.
Don't say that.
Okay. I have a hot take for you. Okay, I got a hot take.
What?
You're gonna hate me for this.
What?
I was gonna say I think NFC North. We're gonna switch it to the NFC North now.
I already know where this is going.
What?
No, go ahead. Continue. Go ahead. Continue.
Minnesota. Detroit. Green Bay. Chicago.
There's only one thing about that list that we'll agree on, and that's going to be Chicago's dead last.
Green Bay's going to struggle.
Green Bay will struggle.
Did you hear what Aaron Rodgers said about
Aaron Rodgers is a pissy crybaby.
Yeah. Aaron Rodgers should have been at OTAs working with his receivers.
Mm-hmm.
He should have been there working with his receivers, making sure, they know where to go, run routes and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I used to have major respect for Rodgers.
Mm-hmm.
Starting to go down. Look at Brady, for crying out loud. Yeah, I know he took his 2-leaf absence, but the man's been in the league for a very long time.
So was Rodgers.
Yeah, but who you game on the line?
Mm-hmm.
Who are you taking, Brady or Rodgers?
Do they have the same roster?
No.
They have their own respective rosters.
Own respected rosters.
Well, then that's a biased opinion, because obviously the correct answer would be Tom Brady. But if they have the same roster with how they currently are playing,
yeah,
I'd pick Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
If you gave Aaron Rodgers the Tampa Bay offense,
if you put Rodgers on the Bucks and put Brady on the Packers, Brady would still find a way.
Brady would find a way. I agree, but Aaron Rodgers, I would lock in the Green Bay. I'd walk.
Yeah, but who's Aaron Rodgers going to win MVP with as your starting wide receiver?
I didn't say he was going to win MVP, but here's the thing about Rodgers.
I think they're going to struggle. I think Rodgers walks middle of the year.
What? You think Aaron Rodgers is going to retire in the middle of the year?
Either retire or gets a trade. Asks for a trade.
No way. Absolutely no way.
What do you mean absolutely no way?
I don't think
he plays the season out and then chooses elsewhere after.
Nah. How about none of the above? I still have Green Bay winning the division. I have the Vikings in second. I have the Lions in third. That's where I'm right.
We can agree on Chicago.
And
Chicago's a dumpster fire.
Well, and it's not Chicago's fault.
They are 2-0 right now.
Preseason.
It's preseason, but I think Detroit's going to be one of those teams that I think they're going to surprise some people.
Nah, give me 6-11, 7-10.
Give me 9-6.
You're going to need to increase that by 2 games. You're at 15.
Oh, shit. So 10-7.
Okay. I
10-7, 8 or 9-8.
Still don't see it. I see 6-11, 7-10.
I see improvement from last year.
Yes, because they have Aiden
But I
Hutchinson
do
and
see,
Jamison Williams.
yeah,
Yes,
and Jameson Williams. I see Penny Sewell having a better year.
agreed.
I just DeAndre Swift having a better year.
Mhm.
I see improved. They could have been a 6-win team last year.
They could have. They also could have won the Super Bowl last year as well. But
Any team, you could say Chicago could have won the Super Bowl.
exactly, Anthony. That's why I'm speculating this as well. You could say any team could have won this. Any team could have won that. I don't
Okay,
see
who are you
ex-
taking on having? Who are you going to take having more wins? Detroit or New York?
which New York team, the Giants.
Yeah,
Well, the Detroit, hands down. Detroit has a young, talented offense. What do the Giants have?
meh, mediocre.
A wide receiver one that's putting in mediocre work, and that's Kenny Galladay. Sterling Shepard is getting close to retire.
Yeah,
I couldn't even tell you who their tight end is.
I mean you still have Kadarius Tony, which that pick was meh.
No, I think Kadarius Toney might be good this year, but I feel like that might be the only spotlight of that offense unless Saquon finally gets his act back together.
Unless because you know how Tampa stacked out wide receivers. It's clear as day. Evans, Julio, Godwin, and Gage are all making the team. Then you got 5, 6, and 7.
Mhm.
There's receivers that are still great receivers. Tyler Johnson, Scotty Miller, and there's like undrafted free. I forgot the names. I'm not good with names, but there's the undrafted receiver from Western Kentucky. He threw for one of his first game, scored a touchdown and caught 4 or 5 passes for like a good amount of yards.
Mhm.
So they could make a trade and how the Giants could get their receiver room updated.
Unless it's literally Russell Gage or anybody high in the depth chart. I'm sorry, Anthony. It's going to hurt your heart, but Scotty Miller and Tyler Johnson are
Yeah,
not trade worthy.
I mean, I could say Scotty Miller is.
No, maybe 7th round pick at best. Maybe.
No, I mean Tyler John, either or they're trade worthy.
Very low trade value.
If the team's desperate for a receiver,
If the
they're
team
trade
is
worthy.
if the team is desperate for a wide
And I
receiver
think a
3 depth
team,
piece, then yes.
I think a team that's desperate for a receiver right now, Green Bay.
Mm,
Who's they took who I can't even name besides Randall
Lazard,
Cobb.
Christian Watson, Randall Cobb are the starting 3 wide receivers.
I think Watson's gonna struggle.
I haven't heard the world's greatest of things out of him in training camp.
No.
Um, maybe. I think I might agree with you on that.
Watson might struggle the first year.
Yeah.
I don't even know who the Packers offensive line is.
David Bakhtiari.
That's it.
That's about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Billy Turner, if he's still there.
If so, I don't. If it's just David Bakhtiari,
yeah, but he's a pretty good anchor.
Yeah, but one person can't block everybody.
Yeah, but even then, I couldn't tell you a single person off of Green Bay's offensive line last year, and they still went 13-4.
Yeah.
So,
but
yeah, they had Devontae Adams. I get that, but even then, like one wide receiver
losing Devontae, it's gonna hurt them.
Yeah, but it's not a death sentence. They're not gonna go, 8 wins, 9 wins, whatever, just because of one wide receiver. I mean, look at what Kansas City did after losing Tyreek Hill. They went out and signed enough people to make up for it.
Yeah, and I see that division. Everyone talks about Kansas City. Everyone talks about the Chargers. Everyone talks about the Broncos. I see how it is. But no one talks about the Raiders.
The Raiders, yep.
No one talks about the Raiders. You can agree with me that the Raiders are an underrated team.
The Raiders are rated accurately, in my opinion.
I have the Raiders taking the division.
I have the Raiders being 2nd or 3rd.
Hear me out on this. I was talking to someone else the other day. I was talking to, it was another AFC West fan. It was a Chiefs fan. I know. And they said they don't want to hear the R word around me because I'm a Raiders fan. The R word, the Raiders. 2 and 2 together.
Yeah, I know. I understand.
They said They don't like the Raiders, obviously,
It's
but they said
fair.
the Chargers are the most overrated team in that division,
I could agree with that.
and I think Denver's going to struggle.
Denver
Denver
may. I
might.
don't. I don't know. Denver. Denver
Denver's
can
going to
be.
struggle.
Denver can be a playoff team, but the thing is that with Russell Wilson and a new offense, I think the floor for them is 7-10, and the high and the ceiling is
I
maybe
think
10-7.
I think that division goes Vegas, Kansas City, Chargers, Denver, but
But
the Raiders. I was watching their preseason. Yeah, their starters haven't played or touched the field yet, but I've seen improved but not great offensive line.
mhm.
But think about that fire offense. Derek Carr, Josh Jacobs, Kenyon Drake did get cut.
Josh Jacobs
That
is not who you think he is, dude.
unless, but you also have Devontae Adams, Darren Waller, and
Mhm.
Hunter Renfro,
Yes, that I can agree with.
and that's one of the arguably top 5 best receiver duos.
Mm,
Top 5 best receiver duo. Yeah.
I need to look at wide receiver duos before I comment on that.
Oh, there's football on tonight.
Was it preseason?
Packers, Chiefs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Chiefs are going to take it.
Yeah, wait, no, here's my thing about the AFC West. Okay, I will agree with that Chiefs person that you were talking to. The Chargers are overhyped.
The Chargers, yeah, you have a Justin Herbert quarterback. You have
Justin
some,
Herbert, Keenan Allen, Mike Williams,
which in my
Khalil
opinion,
Mack, Joey Bosa.
Keenan Allen was rated way too high.
In what?
The top 100 players.
I didn't really look at that. I think
They
that's such
gave
a horrible.
they gave Mike Evans a 53 and Keenan Allen a 34.
I think the NFL top 100 is such a horrible way to rank players. It's so biased.
I I arguably disagree where they put Mike Evans.
I think you could argue with anybody. I don't think Xavier Howard is in the mid 50s. I think he's one of the top 3 cornerbacks in the league.
Yeah. And I can say Mike Evans belongs in the top 20.
Top 40.
25.
40.
30.
35. I'll give you that.
33.
35. I'll give you that.
No, but Evans is 9 straight years of 1,000 receiving yards. 9 straight, 1,000 plus yards.
Uh-huh.
Who was the last receiver to do that?
Jerry Rice.
Yeah. Evans is one of the most underrated wide receivers, I would say.
And
he doesn't get enough respect.
I can agree with that. I think I can
He
I
will.
think I can agree with that.
He'll be in the Hall of Fame.
Not
What do you
first
mean?
ballot. I mean, not first ballot.
But I'm gonna say he's
Eventually, maybe.
He'll be in that Hall of Fame conversation at least.
He's there. But
yeah,
here's my thing about the AFC West. Kansas City, I still think is going to take the division. Yes, I had a very interesting take. Oh God, I couldn't even tell you when we filmed that video that I said that Kansas City might do better without Tyreek Hill than what they did with Tyreek Hill. If you haven't seen that video, go watch it because I feel like I made a decent point with that. I still have Kansas City taking the division. I will give you credit. I will have the Raiders at second, but here's my thing: the Chargers are going to be third. They made some immaculate signings, but they're not going to do anything with them.
Yeah, I mean, and
then there's not enough trust in the Broncos right now to comment on
that. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Chiefs, they made some decent signings. You got Juju, Marcus Valdes-Scantling, an underrated wide receiver.
Agreed.
And then who else do you have?
You still got Mecole Hardman. You still have Travis Kelce.
Travis Kelce is the only backbone of that team you have.
Patrick Mahomes.
And Mahomes. Those two.
Mm-hmm.
Those two are the only backbones of that team.
Mm-hmm. Well, yes, on offense, those are definitely the 2 stars. I agree. But, all right, last thing for the episode, and I want to ask you this. So, of the quarterback performances so far, Who do you think will perform better in this season? Kenny Pickett or Malik Willis?
That's a tough one. I'll give you my answer next episode. I want to
Next
see how
episode.
I'm gonna leave y'all on a cliffhanger.
Gotta
Leave
it on
y'all
a
on a cliffhanger.
Gotta leave it on a cliffhanger.
Okay, here's my question. Out of the second year quarterbacks, second year,
Second year.
who has the best season?
Trey Lance.
All right.
I'm gonna stand by.
I'm gonna either say Trey Lance or Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence will have a better season, but I still think overall, I
Okay,
think
and
Trey
then
Lance will be unstoppable.
since our fantasy draft is next week,
Next week,
which we may or may not film.
I
I
will
don't know.
not be available to film it, but you
Sad.
and the rest of the gang are more than happy to do it on your side.
I was reading, and there's some sleeper picks. Some sleeper picks that are going to be there mid rounds.
Like what?
This is not from me. This is from a very trustworthy source of ESPN. They say Trevor Lawrence is a good sleeper pick.
Draft him in the first round, and then we'll talk.
I'm not taking him in the first round.
Who are you taking in the first round then?
You already know who I'm debating between taking in the first round. If he's there, I'm taking him.
Gotcha. Okay. Well,
his first name starts with a J. Last name starts with an A.
But anyway, I think that'll do it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching.
Quarterback of the Bills.
We'll be back. We'll be back next week for the final week of preseason, and then just last second analysis going into the regular season. Again, thank you so much for watching, and we will see all of y'all real soon
With the gang back.